And welcome back everyone to some more Resident Evil 2. Alright, so we are now getting to the sewer section of things. We've already explored a good bit of this. Let me see, what do I have on me now? Let's go ahead and put these ink ribbons up, shall we? Let's go ahead and throw those. Nope, don't want that. We want to put those there. I'm not carrying the bow right now, so I'll put that up. That gives me 3 spots to mess with. Plus, I can always take that herb if I need to and dispose of it. Let's see what happens. I swear I love playing this game so much. It's just so good. Like, the original Resident Evil 2 is easily one of the top best Resident Evil games there is. This is the other elevator that Leon and Ada go down, I believe. Will you take the sewer map? Why, yes, yes I will. But yeah, this game is so fun, and I just love playing it. Because this was the Resident Evil that got me wanting to actually become a... This is... well, the thing that made me want to become a game designer a long time ago was Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. They have a little making of video. When you watch, if you get that game on GameCube, there's like a making of video, and I really like that video. So that got me considering going into game design. But if I had ever made a game, I always wanted to make one like Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2. Same style graphics and everything, like old school, just, you know, blocky characters, look like action figures and everything. I wanted all this stuff. Fixed angles. Because I think this stuff works perfect for survival horror. Some people hate the fixed camera angles. I actually like them, but it would only work in games like this. You can't have like oh, cutscene. Hold on.
Who are you? Oh, I see. Another spy sent by Umbrella, right? Let me guess. You're here to steal my husband's G-Virus, aren't you? You are tenacious, I'll give you that.
Husband? Then you must be Annette. Sherry's mother?
What?
Sherry's wandering around alone in the sewers. You have to help me find her.
That's impossible. I told her to go to the police station. What's she doing here? William will be after her.
William?
That's right. The creature that's been causing all this destruction is none other than my own husband.
Flashback scene. Activate.
This way.
I like how in this game you actually get a cutscene. It's awesome. Whereas in the remake, it's like, here's a videotape. Watch it on a little TV screen.
No one will ever take you away from me. There he is. So you finally come. Doctor, we're here to collect the G-Virus sample. Sorry, but I won't just hand over my life's work. You might hit the sample. That's it, all right. Okay, let's move out.
William! Oh my! Hold on, darling. I'm taking care of that bullet wound first. Stay here.
That bullet wound? What about the other 50?
Alpha team, have you retrieved the sample yet?
Affirmative. We'll be at the rendezvous point in 1 minute.
Roger.
Are you telling me that he injected the G-Virus into his own body?
The G-Virus has the ability to revitalize cellular functions.
What was that? Something's wrong. Let's check it out. Over there. Shoot! Eat this, you freak! What is this thing? Hurry! What is this thing? Fire! Fire! Son of a...
So those rats were the carriers of the virus?
As a result of his virus-induced transmutation, William should have lost any prior memories he had as a human by now. I tried to save him, but I'm afraid it's already too late.
But
And that's not even the entire story. Every G-Virus bioweapon, including William, has the ability to implant embryos into other life forms. That's why he's after Sherry.
what are you trying to say?
The bodies of individuals with non-related genetic coding are likely to reject the embryo. But since Sherry is his daughter, that possibility is non-existent. It's an inherent survival instinct.
It's Sherry. You go that way.
So I'm guessing that scream was her falling. So I'm guessing when Sherry went her separate way, this is what Claire was doing. So when we heard that scream, Sherry is just now fallen, and now she's getting infected with the G-Virus embryo. Oh, fun. Real fun. Forgot about that, and they don't have an item box, so you get to turn all the way around just to get a will. Completely forgot about that. But yes, back to talking about this game and just how great it is. You know, the RE2 remake, it's not terrible. It's an okay game. It's entertaining. It's way better than what RE3 remake is. RE3 remake is just a disappointment in every way. But RE2 was alright. However, it doesn't hold a candle to the original game. The only thing that it has better than the original Resident Evil 2 is really the graphics are better. And they're better in the sense that they're more photorealistic and all that stuff, but honestly, I like this old school blocky action figure looking style graphics. I really like this. You know, the photorealistic graphics are great, but you know, the nostalgic of these old school graphics are just awesome. But that's the only thing that it actually has on it. You know, RE2 Remake's base soundtrack, it's nothing. The only soundtrack that's good with it is if you download the original soundtrack. And then there's more enemies in the original because they cut things like the crows out, which the crows were only in like one part of this game, and the giant spiders are not in it. So RE2 Remake, it was good, but can't touch this RE2 original. It's just so good. Absolutely love this game. Let me see, what do we got to do? Wrong direction, it's this way. Because I really hope and wish that giant spiders would make a return to the series. I don't know why they skipped them in RE2 and RE3. I don't know why we haven't seen them come back. I'm hoping maybe 8 or something like that will bring them back, because they're such a cool enemy. I mean, it's a giant freaking spider. I mean, imagine seeing a photorealistic giant spider. How cool would that be? But they got rid of it. That's why I think if they ever do remake Resident Evil, you know, 1 again, like an even more modern remake of photorealistic and everything like that, I don't think it'd be nearly as good as the GameCube remake. Just because, you know, they're going to cut things like the spiders out, because apparently they don't like doing spiders. I guess it's hard to make a spider with the new engine. I don't really know. And then let me go ahead and do this again. But they would cut that out, and then given the dramatic changes that 2 and 3 remake have, I don't know how many changes that they would give a Resident Evil 1 remake. Okay, I know there's herbs there, but I don't really have space for them right now. Because that's another thing, you know, the GameCube remake of Resident Evil, it changed things and everything like that, but it was just a remake. That was it. It was just a remake, whereas 2 and 3, they weren't just remakes, they were reimaginings. So they went a step further. Ah, it's just a bunch of trash.
Sherry!
You could hardly tell that was Sherry. And I'm glad they kept this scene with the alligator, because I love this alligator. Just, I wish they would have fixed it to be an actual boss fight and not this. It would have been awesome if they made it an actual boss fight. And they could have done it. They could have easily done it because, I mean, the blueprint for it. I mean, look at how. I mean, look. It's not really a boss fight at all. I always say boss fight, but it's not really a boss fight. It's a jump scare. That's really all that is. But I wish they would have turned it into a boss fight. And they could have done it, because in Resident Evil 4 you fight the giant. I can't think of the name of it, but the giant fish creature thing, where you have to like throw the spears at it and kill it like that, with the harpoons that you have to throw into it. You know, they could have done something like that where, you know, they designed the layout for the sewer area where it's like a big sewage spot, and there's like these platforms that you could like run and jump on or something like that, and then maybe have on each platform some sort of thing, some sort of weapon of some sort that you can use to attack the alligator from different angles. And so you could have done something like that, and they could have made it like a legit boss fight. I would have loved for them to have done something like that instead of just the,
Come on. Wake up, Sherry.
I don't know, first person or whatever. No, it wasn't first person. It was behind the camera, running away like you're playing Crash Bandicoot or something, and you're getting away from the boulder.
It hurts. Don't worry. You'll be fine. Come on. Let's go.
I wish we actually got a proper boss fight, because they could have easily designed something, you know, to give it that boss fight. And then, you know, they're talking about Resident Evil 4. There's rumors about that getting remade, and I'm super curious about that, because RE4 is a great game. I love it. I put it at like number 3 overall in Resident Evil. Isn't there nothing? Thought there might be something right here. I guess not. Resident Evil 4 is like my number 3 overall. 1 remake on GameCube is my all-time favorite. Oh man, I'm not gonna have room for anything. Is there an item box nearby? I gotta get that other medallion. Oh, and I gotta use the wheel. Can I use the wheel and get rid of it? Like if I use it here? Wait, what? But Resident Evil 1 Remake is my all-time favorite Resident Evil. Extremely close to that is this game, the original Resident Evil 2. This game is awesome. Man, you didn't get rid of the wheel. And then after that, I would probably say Resident Evil 4 is my 3rd favorite. I'm just going to take this blue herb and get rid of it. Resident Evil 4. It's a fun game. I'm curious to see like what they're going to do as far as remake, if they do remake it, which I'm pretty sure they will. Sewer Managed Diary. Alright, June 28th. It's been a while, but I saw Don today, and we talked over after completing our work. He told me he had been sick in bed until yesterday, It really doesn't come as much of a surprise given how long he's been working here. He was sweating like a horse and kept scratching his body. While we were talking, I asked if he was hot, but he just looked at me funny. What's wrong with him anyways? July 7th. Chief Irons has been visiting the lab quite often lately. I don't know what he's doing over there, but he always looks grim. The expression on his face has been even more unsettling than usual. My guess is that it's because of Dr. Birkin's impossible request. The chief has my sympathies, though after all he's been or done for the town, he doesn't deserve this. July 21st. I rarely drink because I'm on the graveyard shift, but I don't suppose I have much to complain about since this is how I make my living. August 16th. Okay, so quite the time jump here, almost a month. Chief Irons came in later today, looking grimmer than his usual self. I tried to joke with him to cheer him up, but he wasn't amused. He pulled his gun and threatened to shoot me. I was able to calm him down, but that guy must have some serious problems. He knows he can't enter the lab without my help and my medal. This is what it means for the chief to serve and protect. Oh wow, August 21st. William informed me that the police and media have begun their investigations on the Umbrella's affairs. Okay. He said that the investigation will be citywide and that there is a possibility they'll even search through the sewers. He asked me to suspend all Umbrella sewer facilities operations until the investigation has concluded. The sewer will still be used for passage, but he stressed that I have to be extremely cautious and that I'd lose my job if anyone finds out about this operation. Turns out he lost his life. Awesome. So let me go ahead and put these two. Oh god, Sherry. You're so much better in 6. Come on, let's go. Follow me. Don't let the corner glitch you out and you get stuck. But some of the things that I'm curious about with Resident Evil 4, if they were to remake it, are the improvements that I would like to see. For example, one of the biggest things I would want to see Resident Evil 4 change is the entire... Oh my god, you suck. The entire castle, or not the castle, the entire island segment needs to be improved on dramatically. Because you could tell that part of the game is rushed compared to the island and the... Oh, the giant spiders are gone. Okay, I was about to say, Sherry, this is not the time to be ducking. You just gotta run and go. I don't know why you're ducking. You've been running around by yourself like half the game. Why all of a sudden now do you have to crouch when I'm not 2 feet from you? But, back to what I was saying. Sherry over here distracted me. The island was really rushed in Resident Evil 4 because you fight Krauser the first time, the QTE scene with the knives and everything. It's really cool and everything. You have that scene happen, and then after that you go down the ladder, open a couple doors, and from there you'll kill a couple of gondos or whatever, and then you'll go into this one area and it will be where you fight U3, you know, the weird monster thing that like comes out of the ceiling and like tries to grab Leon, and you get to go through each department before it falls down. That thing, you fight that, and then after you kill that, you go down this little area, a couple more gondos that you kill, you go inside the little tent that they have, and then you go down the little manhole, and then you go down that tunnel, up the manhole, and then through a door, and that's where you fight Krauser again. So there's literally the knife fight with Krauser, the fight with U3, and then the final fight with Krauser right there, nearly back to back to back, with only a handful of gondos in between. It's ridiculous. It's like, what the heck? Why is there so much happening so soon. Like, come on, slow down. Let's enjoy this. So that's one of my biggest issues with Resident Evil 4 is like so much happens in the island scene. It's just too quick. It's so much action goes down. So I would love for Resident Evil 4 to extend that and have the island last a little longer. Have all the places last longer, especially the castle. Because I absolutely love the castle. But that's one thing that they could improve on. And then another thing that I think would be interesting is if you do Resident Evil 4, add Luis Serra to the Mercenaries mode. That was always something that confused me. Yeah, this is a little key that you can get. You find it if you light up that flare gun, it will cause it to blink, but I've played the game so much I know that it's there already. I'm right here, just walk up to me. But, oh my god, are you still here? But Luis Serra, I think, should be in Mercenaries mode. I don't know why they didn't put him in it originally. I always thought that was so weird that they put Wesker and Hunk in the game, but they didn't put Luis Serra in Mercenaries. You know, an actual character in the story. Meanwhile, Wesker, he's in the story, but he's in the Separate Ways campaign. And that's only, okay, what is a normal civilian zombie doing down here? I can understand, like, scientists or something, but why we got civilians down here? How are they in the sewer? But that's what I would like to see is, oh god, load up Sherry, or Claire. I would like to see those things right there get improved on, along with a few other things. One thing I'm sort of up and down about, and I'm about to end this episode once I get to a save room. Wait, isn't there like an upgrade on this side? Am I thinking about that right? Are y'all all dead? Okay, he's dead. What do we get? Oh yes, it's the electrical thing that I can't carry because I have too much garbage on me. But now we can. I don't really know how super awesome this thing is, but whatever. Sherry, stay all the way over here. Okay, whatever. I gotta hurry up and save this episode. But what was I saying with Resident Evil 4? Crap's got me all distracted. Hold on. Load up, load up. Get off. But no, I always thought it was weird with Luis Serra because Wesker makes some sense because he is in Separate Ways. Hunk made no sense, even though he is kind of like one of my favorites to play as because that neck break combo that you can get. That's always fun to do. But the characters never made any sense to me over Luis Serra. I would have loved that. Because you could have gave Luis Serra... Oh, come on. Oh, wait, I can't even store those yet, can I? Yeah, I'm packed up on stuff. Ugh, my computer's... It's dying. Got a low battery. Can we make it? No, go up that ladder. But... I'd have to think of the other changes. There's not a lot of changes that I would want to see in Resident Evil 4. Hang on, I'm trying to plug in my computer. Charge this thing up. But there's not a lot of changes I would really want because like I said, it is my number 3 favorite Resident Evil overall. So, I mean, obviously it did a lot of things right. Those are just a few things. One of the things I was just about to say before I got distracted earlier was the tank control aspect of it. I don't know if I'd actually want that gone or if I would want them to give it a walk and shoot like RE6 does. I'm not really sure how what I would want to see in that because I kind of like the whole you have to stop and shoot sort of deal. I think what I would want them to do is do like Resident Evil 2 Remake That is one thing I think Resident Evil 2 Remake did pretty good. You could walk and shoot if you wanted to, but if you stopped to shoot, you got a more accurate shot. Better precision, more likely to get a headshot, and you could get that head explosion, things like that. So I think if they were to do it, let us walk and shoot, but allow, you know, for an award if you do it the classic way and you stand still and you aim without moving. So it's not exactly tank controls, but there is reward if you do it in that, you know, static, you know, you got to stay still every time you aim your gun sort of deal. So I think if they did it, that would definitely be the way to go, and that's probably how they would do it, since that's one of the more relevant games that they've done if they were to remake the game. Which, like I said, 2021, it's most likely going to be Resident Evil 4 Remake that we'll get. I'm also still hoping for like a Revelations 2 featuring somebody that we haven't seen in a while, like I don't know, it could be Jill again. It would be cool to see Jill again. It would be cool to see Sherry, Jake, Sheva. All those characters would be cool to see again. So hopefully we'll see that. And then Resident Evil 4, I'm hoping they do Resident Evil 4 right. If they do remake it, just please do it right. Don't do it like you did 3. Honestly, don't even do it like you did Resident Evil 2. Do it more like the original GameCube remake, where it's, for the most part, it's the same game, just better looking graphics and a few things added onto it. Do a remake, don't do a reimagining. You don't need to reimagine Resident Evil 4. It was already great. You didn't need to reimagine 2 or 3. Those were great games too. But hopefully they just remake it and make it look awesome. That's what fans really want. They don't want all this new stuff or classic stuff getting cut out for whatever reason. So that's my thoughts on that. I'm going to go ahead and end this episode, and I will see you all in the next one. See you then.